What's happening, man? It's Twaun Dawn, man. And right now I'm rocking with my girl Tampa on the Industry Most Wanted podcast, man. All right.
Only way you gon' get it is if you go get it. Only way you gon' get it is if you go get it. Only way you gon' get it is if you go get it. Only way you gon' get it is if you go get it. Only way you gon' get it is if you go get it. Only way you gon' get it.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Boom! Shout out to Twaun Dawn in the building. Give me some love.
What's happening?
Appreciate you being here.
You already know, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
You came over the river and through the woods.
Come on, man. Through the woods, across the swamp, you know.
Absolutely.
Through the backwoods, all that, man. You right here, man.
Give us that official introduction. Like, break it down. Everything you got going on.
Man, right here, man. It's Twaun Dawn, man. We come all the way up here from Charleston, South Carolina. We take that ride, man. What I do, man, we into the music. We got the merch. We got the clothing, man. We just some hustlers, man. It's me, my dog Short, my dog JG. And we just here going, man. The name of the brand is January to December. That just means we working all year.
I love
we trying
that.
to go, you know what I'm saying? Making every day count, man, you know, so that's really the whole thing, man. Like, just in life, you just see how important consistency is.
Yeah.
So, January to December, all year.
I love that. And I see you got the hat on. You got the shirt on.
Got the shorts on. Got the socks on. How you feel?
Oh, wait, hold on a second
You
now.
ain't catch the sock?
Hold on.
You ain't catch the
You
sock.
got socks,
Come
too?
on, family. Everything, man.
One of the things that I always tell people who have merch and they tend to forget about is socks. I'm like, everybody wears socks. Men, women, babies, everybody wears socks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't they have the hats and I got the t-shirts. That's cool. Bro, I need some socks too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
fire.
Yeah, I'm going to send you something, man. I'm going to get you something.
Now, I'll shop with you for sure.
Yeah,
I like to
no doubt.
support businesses and brands, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. While we're on the subject, how can people buy your merch?
Man, you go straight to JanuaryToDecember.com, man. We got everything online. You can find me on Facebook or find me on Instagram and everything under Twaun Dawn.
Yeah.
That's TWAUNDAWN. Or go straight to the website, man, JanuaryToDecember.com. That's January with the number 2,
Yeah.
December.com.
I think it's important that you have to have multiple hustles.
Come on, man.
And what better to do than something that falls right in line with what you got going on? You're in the entertainment business, right?
Come on, man. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
everybody
ma'am.
wants to look fresh.
Come on now. You got to look fresh, man. If you don't look fresh, they going to look at you crazy. You know what I mean? So you got to be fresh, man. And then, like I said, what we do with our words, my merch, man. It got to be something that we'll rock first.
Yeah.
So we take time to make sure it's something that we'll put on and we'll come out here and, you know what I mean, to make sure that quality's right.
Who all's the masterminds behind the brand?
Behind the brand, it all started with me. But then my dog JG been rocking with me, and then my dog Short is the most recent.
Tall?
Yeah, tall. My dog, man. So we all, at this point now, we all put our minds together, you know what I'm saying? 3 minds definitely better than one.
I agree.
So we put our minds together, talk about moves before we move, before we make them,
Man,
and then go from there.
that's amazing. How long you been doing music?
Well, we've been on the music for, I don't know, man. We I think the first time I dropped was put my voice on the CD even back in 05, man.
Wow.
2005, you know what I mean? That's when we was back in the, hey, well, I gonna shoot 'em up, bang, bang, everything, and all this craziness, man. But it was just my dog that used to be with me, like back in the G. He was really the rapper, you know, and I was the hooper,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But we just always was mobbing together, be at the studio, I'm just in the back. And then just being around it enough, the bug kind of bit me a little bit. And, hey, let me hear how I hear on this thing. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's where it started right there.
That is amazing. Did you, when you were little, did you ever think that you would be an artist, or did you have admiration and inspired to do something different?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like I said, I was a basketball
You was
player,
a hooper.
man.
I
So
was about to say,
you
you
know
look
what I
like a
mean?
hooper.
I dunk on you. Now.
Hey, dunking on you.
I dunk on you.
Are you
now, know what I'm
fast?
saying? Everything I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I could play the 1 or I could play the 5. You come in, you're crazy. I gonna block it on the glass, all that. You know when you're back in the G. So I was just a hooper, man. But I was always around music. You know, my own Deuce used to have them some spool of things that you can spin around. Got all the CDs up there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
when it's the weekend, it's time to clean up. She got the music in the background and everything like that, man. So music always been around, but nah, the bug just got me. The bug just got me just being around it, and then thinking I could do something with it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Would you say that being involved in music and getting into the music business has, I hear a lot of artists say it changed my life or it saved my life. Is that the same for you?
It I won't say it changed my life. It actually just opened my eyes.
Yeah.
It opened my eyes to something bigger. Like it was once I decided I wanted to be in it, then I started doing some research. I started paying attention to the people that's actually in it.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing the things that they're doing, the places that they're going. Because when I actually Atlanta, like the first time I came here, I think that was way back, but it was the first time I actually seen like a big building. You know what I'm saying? Like in Charleston, the biggest thing we got is the North Charleston Coliseum. You know, we ain't got no big building, so it was a part of me being able to see a bigger picture. That there's more out here than just your city, because you can. I mean, the goal can be to get popping in your city, but it's but so far that can go.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's way bigger than that. So
it's bigger than us as people.
Yeah, it's people. Period. So once I start doing the research about the people that's already there and the people that are where I want to eventually be, it's like, man, they going here, they doing this, they doing that. So it's like, man, it's so much more that can be done or can be accomplished than just a regular degular. We around the city just moping around or just letting every day go by.
Absolutely, so that becomes depressing.
Yeah, it becomes you can feel stuck. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
Before I came here and seen them big buildings, it was just like, and not even knowing what a bigger picture was, you can mess around and get comfortable in that.
No, for real.
Get comfortable in your smaller picture and not want to do nothing else or not want to be more than what you are currently. You feel what I'm saying? So, that was my biggest thing. So I definitely thank music. I thank the grind for opening my eyes. Where it is now.
Absolutely. Do you have people around you, like close partners that are doing music like you are as well?
I mean, right now, like, close partners or so, but it's all my dog. Like, I got a lot of people that do the music and things. Like, when I started back in 2005, like, I was rapping with somebody else. And then I got down, say about 2007, I got down with a crew of people. Man, I shout them out. Their name was Bezel Link. That's back in the GG. So it was like a group? Yeah, it was a whole group of us just doing everything together. And that kind of, so, like, the bug bit me in 2005, but then that right there kind of grew the passion for it.
Yeah.
Because it was like that. We started doing shows. That was my first time really doing shows and going to different cities and doing all this and stuff like that and getting some kind of reception. So it was like, it was definitely motivational being around all them guys. And then, things kind of went the way they went. Once you grow, you go in different directions and things like that. And eventually I went solo back in 2010. But about that time, now I love it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I love it. So now I'll do it even if I ain't making no money off of it and things like that. So it was kind of like a whole journey that got me to this point. Like 2005 was like, I'm going to do it just cause. But the 2007 up to when I went solo was like, all right, now this is a part of life now. So
absolutely.
to do. Yeah.
You wake up every day and it's probably one of the first things you think about.
I'm telling you, man, the music, the whole business in general, man, like especially once we got the clothes and everything associated with it. And then I have situations where it's people that they'll buy the clothes just out the meeting before they even know.
That's amazing.
That music is involved too, So yeah, everything is. That's all I think about now, man.
What do you enjoy the most about being a music artist?
I say being able to express myself.
Yeah.
To be able to get aware of my point of view.
Yeah.
And in a way, you don't got everybody listening, but you got some people listening.
Yeah.
And if anyone could say, something I said either motivated them or kept them on their path or made them change their path or anything like that, that's really like that's a real thing. Like I've had people come to me every once in a while, be like, man, hey, bro, your music motivational, you know what I mean? So for it to come out of me, I say come from the sky, God send it down, and then it come out of me, and then it touches you.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, you feel what I'm saying? So that's really that's the big thing right there, like to see the impact that it can have, and that's why I'm focused on making sure my impact is on purpose. It's not going to be at this point, it's not gonna be one that I feel like can make you crash or go here, go there. I'm gonna let you know, like, yo, I was at this point in my life, and because of these decisions I made, these changes I made, this, that, and this is how I'm starting to make progress now.
Absolutely. And I heard you say about making music, on purpose. Yeah. Let's dive into that a little bit more. Obviously, music is a passion for you.
Come on now.
100%, 110%, right?
Come on now.
What is your purpose within this music business? I know you kind of elaborated on it a little bit, but let's talk about that specifically.
I think what I've seen, man, I'm somebody regular, man. I came from, I ain't come from, not against anybody, but I ain't come from having to break under the mattress. I ain't come from this, come from that. So I had to approach life a little different.
Yeah.
We got 9 to 5s, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we gotta flip that 9 to 5 into something of our own.
100%.
You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like my purpose is to open up, like how my eyes were open, is to open up someone else's eyes. That there's more to life than what your everyday is. If you make these decisions, if you make necessary changes, because we all know we need to grow. There's some things that you can't still be doing that you was doing when you was younger, you feel what I'm saying? So once you recognize things you need to change, it's about making those sacrifices to actually change it, because that's the hard part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To either if it's got to be the people you hang around, or just the things that you are around.
That's right.
So but my purpose is I feel like to open people's eyes, man, like open their eyes, like, yo, dang, if he did it, I know I can do it.
That's right.
He used to be right here working with me, or I used to see him at the flea market, in the mall. I just, you know what I mean? So out on the block selling CDs, just with everything. So just to show him, like, it's more.
I love the fact that you're transparent about your journey too. Because that not only does it help people, because it makes people, like you said, see, wow, he was there. He did it. I think a lot of people go through like mental health issues, for example, right? And they don't want to talk about it because they feel like they're the only one who's going through certain situations, and they're embarrassed by it, or they're afraid of being judged. So I think it's people like yourself and myself who are like in some sort of spotlight. It's our duty to make sure that we're vulnerable and we allow them in a little bit. You don't want to let them in too much, but let them in a little bit to say, hey, you know what? You're not the only one that's been through that.
Man, you're not. And then whatever you're going through, man, like if you're still here to go through it, you can get through it. Man. That's
right.
That's how I feel. Like you still here, man, like take some time to yourself, take a step back. You know what I mean? We all been through them, I guess you can call them dark times, or we all been through them times where things ain't going our way.
Yeah.
But that would be the time that God trying to sit you down a little bit just to reflect on things, and then that can be the setup for what's coming next.
100%.
So we just gotta take our time. And my thing I say all the time is take your time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not too many things in my life at least ended up being good that I tried to rush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when the things I took my time and let it progress, that's the things that's starting to, I see
come into fruition.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have you thought about writing a book?
Nah. I ain't
you
thought,
should.
I mean, the project is the music is my books. You know what I mean? The music is my chapters, man. And then if I go online and just say a few things like to motivate somebody, that's my books. But I mean, you never know what the future holds, man. You never know.
I just think because you've got a lot of wisdom.
Come on now.
And you have a lot of life experiences. Even if it's a short book, it ain't gotta be a novel. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little dab.
Yeah, a little something for the people, you know. It could even be like, something that's just strictly sold online. You know what I'm saying? Just because, again, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people need that motivation. Like, it sounds like you and I are both self-motivators. I know I am. But I still need motivation, too.
Yeah.
You could be that person.
That's 1,000, man. That's 1,000, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that, man. But it's, you got to motivate yourself. You got to talk to yourself sometime. And then you also, you know what I mean? One thing I'm very adamant on is what I'm taking in, like what I'm watching.
Ooh,
what I'm doing this, because I feel like what you watching or what you surround yourself with, man, that's your food for your mind, for your eyes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm around, if I'm watching more of the people that's already there, or the people that took the path that I'm trying to take and they actually made it, like that's the motivation right there, you know what I mean? If I'm watching movies that's giving me game or giving me wisdom, or you'll see things like, I just watched that Air movie, the one about the guy that wanted Nike to sign Michael Jordan and
I haven't
everything.
seen it.
It's a good movie, but it's basically, you know, someone that's trying to tell everybody this is what we need to do, this is
Yeah.
what we need to do. And everybody's like, nah, you crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually we know what Michael Jordan is now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He's a
At that
mogul.
time- come on now. But at that time, the guy was looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So watching stuff like that let me know, like, yo, he went through everybody saying not, no, this ain't it, this ain't it. You stick to your guns, and look what happened.
I need to check that out. I
Yeah.
love watching documentaries
Yeah,
about people's lives and how they got to where they're at. Have you seen The Art of Organized Noise? It's about the Dungeon family and organized noise documentary.
I think I might.
If
I
you
don't know.
haven't,
I need to get in there.
Man, it's such a beautiful documentary, but I love stuff like that because it like they literally started in the basement, you know, like that was the dungeon.
That wasn't, yeah.
And it gives you an appreciation, and again, it shows you that vulnerability in real life stuff. Like they just didn't wake up superstars; they had to work to get
Had
there.
to work, yeah.
Yeah.
And where it started from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Started from the
it
bottom,
started
now we
from- yeah,
here.
you know what I mean? Like, we just started that. We in the basement, man. We just love something. Hey, let's do it.
Yeah,
And then once the world grab it, it's ain't no telling.
that's what it's
You know
all
what I'm saying?
about.
You see what Outkast is. You see what Future is.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You see
Absolutely.
all that, man. So absolutely.
So, out of all the songs that you've released and that are out there on the digital platforms, I always like to ask this: which one is the most personal song for you?
Man, that's a good one, man. I got one. Well, first off, we actually just dropped a project, man, yesterday, man, called Substance Trap. And we'll talk about that. But I'd say it was on my No Days Off 3 project. It's called Be Somebody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I just gotta be somebody that they can look up to. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's definitely one of them. And then the other one is Stay Focused. So on the same project.
Yeah.
We really talk about some things, man. We would talk about some things on there, but definitely Be Somebody and Stay Focused. I go back to them every once in a while, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say even the titles sound like they're motivating.
Come on now.
You know,
Come on
like
now. Like, it's real deal. Like you just gotta be somebody that they can look up to. You know?
Absolutely.
So that when you approaching life from that point, then now your decision making is a little better.
absolutely.
So yeah, absolutely.
Talk to us about the new project.
Man, new project, man. It's called Substance Trap, man. You know what I mean? So
Substance Trap.
Substance Trap, you
Okay.
know, man. So I basically the reason behind that, man, is basically saying, man, you come to my trap, you're gonna get some substance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but it's also in a way of saying, like, you know, the beats that make us move is them trap beats, man, them ego type beats.
Yeah,
and,
facts.
You know what I mean, them the beats, and I love them beats too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, but I'm saying something on them beats. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We ain't all turn up, but them beats gonna have you moving, but you gotta also have your ears open while I'm talking to you, because I got something to say too. So
I think that's where you're going to change the narrative because a lot of music that's out today has no substance. It sounds good in the club to turn up to,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
but if you really listen to what they're saying, you're like, wow, this is kind of whack. You know what I'm saying?
What did he say? I don't
The
know.
beat is what's carrying it in the
Absolutely.
situation. So I think that's where you're making a difference, and what makes you stand out is the fact that you got the type of production that people want to hear, but you're actually talking some substance on there. That's amazing. I love
I
that.
appreciate you, man.
How many
Appreciate
songs?
you. We got 8 songs on
Okay.
there, man. A strong little 8, man. Just getting in and getting out. You know what I mean? I want you to sit with me for a little while.
Yeah.
And then go on with the rest of your day, and then come back. You know what I mean? Come back a little bit. So, you know what I mean? Things like that. So, yeah. Definitely, man. 8 tracks.
8 tracks. Have you shot any visuals for any of those tracks yet?
Yeah. We got a couple visuals. One for Next Move. The other one for one that ain't dropped yet, for The Only Way. I mean, the name of the song is The Only Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a lot, man. But we switching the game a little bit, man. You know, the game is adjusting, so we gotta adjust. It ain't full visuals, you know what I'm saying? It's clips. You know what I mean? It's clips to make you, entice you a little bit. Then, like, let me hear the rest of that, you know? So we
100%.
yeah, we definitely adjusting to the way the game moving. I sent one to you. That one that I sent to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that clip, something like around that time length, you know what I mean? And got a lot of traction up there, man, by doing it that way. So
Absolutely. We have to get on board or get left behind.
come on, man.
Every platform now has a short version, like TikTok. Instagram has reels, and now YouTube has shorts.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that lets you, because people's attention span is short.
Sure.
It ain't tall. You knew I was coming for you. You knew I was coming for you. He knew.
Right on time.
Hey, that was right on time.
You did that one. You did that.
But you're absolutely. He told me.
Come on now.
I'm changing your name today.
Come on now.
But no, you're absolutely right. Like people have a very short attention span.
Yeah.
So it's like you want to get in and get out. You want to like give them something hot, but not too long.
Yeah.
And just like, OG Bigger Rankin, that's my business partner. And he and I do showcases together. We only allow the artist to perform one song. Because if you think about it, if you got 20, 25 artists performing, they're all doing 2 to 3 songs. Think about by the end of the night, there's not going to be a crowd left.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we give them one song each. Perform your hottest song because people are going to remember it more. Short, sweet, to the point. 3 minutes could change your life. You ain't got to get up there and put a concert on. Nobody knows you yet.
Know you quite yet.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta definitely be strategic about when you give them and how much you give them.
Absolutely.
Especially at the beginning, man. Like you don't just in a relationship or you trying to meet a gal, you don't go out there telling your whole life from the start.
It's gonna turn them off.
You know what I mean?
But oh my God.
She'll look at you crazy. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely. What's been your biggest life lesson that you've learned? Or one of them?
Just how important decision making is.
Yeah.
Man, you can sit there. So many examples in life, man. You can sit there and see where this decision took you down, or the route it took you this way, or someone else's. You don't even gotta. It don't always have to be something that you learn. You can learn from others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just see, man, if they made a different decision and things like that. Like I'm watching. I don't know. You watch Snowfall?
Man, shout out to Franklin Saint.
Man, listen, man. Like, I was watching that. Like, man, listen, man. If Frank when the wife that went to the other guy trying to sell, his part in this particular property, that would have put you back on your feet.
That's right.
And then you would have still had all your other ones. You know what I mean? But he was sensitive at that time. And I understand, of course, all the other things that done happen, but if he kept his mind right or got, sat back for a little bit, he would have seen that, that's the move we do need to make, even though she went about it the wrong way.
100%.
We make this move, we still on our feet. We ain't where them boy leave my dog at in the hood, man. My dog looking bad, man.
Nah, for real. That last episode, I was like, wow. Like
when they hit me, man, I felt like I know, bro.
Me too. He family.
You know what I mean? I wanted to hit him up like, bro, come on, bro. We can get a job down. Yeah, bro. You gotta just start over, family. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's how I was watching. Like, dang, if he made a different decision, things could have turned out a little different, man. So it's basically decision making, man. So I take my time and think about things. Like I assess things. I try not to act in the moment. You gotta you gotta really
quick little pose.
You built for this, man. I see. Not act in the moment, man. Actually sit some time. Like when me and the dogs talk, we'll sit down, man. We sitting down at a round table, politicking on it. Yeah. And then, all right, everybody sit with it for a day or so, come back, and then what we gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that, man, how important decision making is. Absolutely.
One of the pieces of advice that I give to a lot of these young artists that I sit down with is I tell them you have to learn to be more proactive rather than reactive. Come on, man. Think about it before, like you said, that decision making, because one quick reaction could cost you your life.
Everything.
So it's like before you make any moves, even if you're in the heat of the moment, think about real quickly, if I pull this trigger or whatever it is I'm about to do, think about the consequences, because if you're more proactive rather than reactive, man, you're still here to see another day. And you ain't, it's crazy because these youngins are so quick to pull out a gun and shoot somebody, and that's their resolution.
Yeah, man.
And when I was in high school, we fought.
We fought, man. We going bam, you know what I mean? And then after that, you're going to take your L. And then you get on through. You be back to school
but we
tomorrow.
Here having a conversation today.
Be back to school tomorrow, man. But I think, everybody pulling out their phones. People don't want to take no L's in front of people. That's a lot of things why people don't really show their L's or show their whole journey, because you don't want to make it seem like. But that's the key, man. Like we human, bro.
100%.
Like, we all the way human. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect and had a perfect life. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's what it is. I don't know, man. It's definitely going in. I don't know what direction it's going in, man.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, you definitely got to be on P's and watch how you move, but then move right. You know what I mean? You can sit down and, like, a lot of the people that I watch or the documentaries I watch, like, things ain't just happen. You know, people actually plan these things.
That's right.
People plan these things. Like, they made this move, didn't have this move lined up. People had 6 months, a year down the line already planned. Of course, it ain't going to go exactly how you want it, but if you got the basis of it, the foundation of it, then you can move right, and that's how you really see results. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And learning to put your pride to the side, because
Come on, man.
pride will block your blessings every time.
And one thing I'll say on that is what has helped me with that is actually having something to look forward to. You feel what I'm saying? When you got something to live for, you got something you trying to do, that'll cause your thinking process to switch up. You know what I mean? Because you know, like, it's bigger than you now.
Yeah. Are you a father?
No, I don't have any of my own.
No shorties?
No shorties.
What?
Man, no shorties, but I got
Nieces and nephews?
yeah, nieces and nephews, man. I got godchildren, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been around since they was babies, so yeah, they basically like my dogs,
like
you know what I mean? But it's all good to get them boy back, you know what I mean? when it's time to get them boy back, you know what I mean? And but them boy taught me a lot too when it comes to patience and everything like that, man. So oh yeah, it's just a lot. Like, it's something that if you got anybody that come to you for advice or come to you for that, it's like, man, I got to be around for them.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So,
because it's bigger than you.
yeah,
Even if they're not your like biological kids, like you said, godchildren or nieces and nephews, they look up to you. You have to protect them.
yeah, absolutely. Man.
Do you ever want to have kids?
Absolutely, man. I want a whole minivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a whole minivan. Y'all boy, come on, now, everybody, come on. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, man, definitely. But it ain't in the plans quite yet.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we
When the stars align,
when the stars align in God's timing. You know what I mean? As of right now, I'm gonna stay focused on this baby. You know what I mean? This baby that I'm building right now. You know, so yeah, definitely.
What's the music scene like in your city for independent artists?
It's there, man. It's there. It's starting because most of the clubs, like the clubs where we used to perform in, man, the clubs done shut down, man, and then some shouts done rang out, this, that, and this, that, man.
Yeah.
But it's starting to grow a little more. I've been seeing a couple of guys. They have, you know, certain it's certain places where you can perform, but it definitely is not like out here or other places, man. Definitely could be more.
Yeah.
So, but it's growing, man. It's growing. Like they're definitely becoming aware of the Charleston scene. We got a lot of people out there putting in work.
Yeah.
So it's growing, man. It's a process. It's in the progress right now. So yeah, definitely.
Would you ever consider relocating?
I would. I mean, you gotta be open to everything, especially if it's a possibility of growth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, on the other end of that. So yeah, I'm open to everything, man. Especially if, you know what I mean, it's gonna help.
Yeah.
What I'm doing. You know, you gotta be willing to get out that comfort zone, or you gotta be willing to make a change that's necessary.
Absolutely.
So definitely.
Are you introverted?
Probably a little TT, yeah, man. I think you gotta be to a certain extent, you know what I mean? But then when I'm out and about, I'm still good, you know what I mean? I'm still
You're a social introvert.
Yeah.
That's me too.
That is, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause you gotta be able to move around, you gotta be able to politic and things like that, man. But I feel like time with yourself is that important time, man. It's that time where you gas back up and then get back out here, man. Because this world can have you all over the place.
Absolutely.
If you spend too much, if you don't spend enough time with yourself, man, you're gonna end up looking like the world. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta regroup. You know what I mean? Things like that. So yeah, definitely, man. I spend a lot of time myself. I don't mind.
You
my
have
peace,
to.
Man. Yeah, I don't mind my peace. It's peaceful when it's quiet. Ain't nothing going on. You know
Man.
what I mean? So yeah, definitely, man.
You have to. It's so important for our mental health. Sometimes people get in relationships and one or the other, mostly the women, I'm saying this about the women, they want to crowd the relationship. They always want you around. They always want your attention. You can't do that. People need their space. They need their time alone. Like, I love hiking. I go out there, and a lot of times I do it by myself, and people are like, you out there by yourself? I'm like, yes, it's my mental therapy.
Dolo time.
I hear the birds and the sun shining. It's such a beautiful feeling. We got to take time for ourselves.
It's too much noise, man. It's too much noise around, man. If you don't get away from it, man, that noise gonna have you. Yeah, you don't know where your head
going crazy.
Like I told my dog when I drove up here, man. For the majority of the trip, I ain't even had the radio on.
I do the same thing.
I do the same thing. Just quiet in there, letting my mind do what it do, and then just enjoying the ride, just enjoying the, you know what I'm saying, the piece of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. When I drive back home to Tampa, sometimes there'll be a 2-3 hour span where I have no music on.
Nothing.
Windows are up and it's just the sound of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you because, like, we do this so much, hear music so much that sometimes we just need a mental break from it.
Absolutely.
You know, time away to clear our mind and think about other stuff.
Think about, see where your mind go at.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Let your mind, you never know, man. You might come up with $1 million idea.
Yeah.
It's quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had time to think about that because so much been coming in and coming out. So you need that. You need that, man. Like I'll say some of my best music come from the quiet times. I ain't really the one to be in the studio with a whole bunch of people. I definitely can do it.
Yeah.
But, I feel like my best things have come when, man, I'm to myself. I'm just vibing to a beat, or even if it ain't no beat, I can, I done been around music enough where I can make a beat in my head and start vibing, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So some of my best things have come when there ain't no noise around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. What's next for you? I know you got this new project out. What's next?
Pushing, man. Just continue to push. We pushing the brand a little harder, man, as far as the clothing and everything. We getting that in their face, man. And then we got to go around, man. We got to put the word out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we got something that people need to hear.
Yeah.
But if I just got it in my pocket, you never know about it. You know what I mean? So being here with you is a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely getting the word out, man. We putting our foot to the pedal. And we doing it the right way, though. We planning it out. We ain't just moving just to move,
Absolutely.
So, that's what's next, man. Just continuing to push, continue to let the people know what we got going on, bring them into our world a little bit, you know what I mean, and go from there, man.
Facts, man. Tell everybody where they can follow you, keep up with you on all your social platforms.
Man, listen, man, you can follow me at Facebook, Instagram, everything is Twaun Dawn. That's TWUNDAWN. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just everywhere, man. You might bump into me in the mall somewhere serving the shirts and everything. You might see me on the block by the gas station selling the shirts, man. Or like I say, if you want to go to the website, check out the clothing. That's January2December.com. January2December.com, man. And we just everywhere, man. We're gonna be everywhere. You might see me on an ad or something. I might come across your screen on an ad. I ain't even in your city, but I'm there, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
you out here.
yeah, we out here. Yeah. For real, man.
I know you have a lot of people that are supporting you, loving on you. You got Tall with you today.
Oh, man.
Who you want to shout out to?
Man, shout out everyone. Feel me? Shout out to my brother, my dog JG. Shout out to my dog Short, man. Shout out to anybody that ever pressed play on one of my songs. Shout out to anybody that ever bought a January to December shirt. We got something for you too, man.
Man,
we got something for you
I'm
too,
excited.
We'll talk about
I like
everything.
stuff. I like new
Come
stuff.
on, man. You know what I mean? So, and anybody out there on their way, you know what I mean? There's way more people that's on their way than there's people that's already there.
Yeah.
So anybody that's on their way, man, keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a song out here. I got a song named Pregnant. It's on the project. It's named Pregnant. I name it Pregnant because, when you the closest to having that baby, what the doctors tell you to do. The doctors tell you to keep pushing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So right when you the closest to it, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? And then you got now that baby here. Everything you've been working for and had inside of you is out here now.
That's a great piece of advice. I've never heard that analogy, but me as a mother,
come on now.
I was so active all the way up until the day I gave birth. So you're absolutely
That's
right.
real, man. And then when it's out here, you got to take care of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Nurture it, love on it.
Come on, man. So everybody that's out here that's pregnant, feel like they got something inside of them, man, get it out here to the people, man. Keep pushing, keep going. Even when it slow down, man, slow motion better than no motion. You feel what I'm saying? So just keep pushing, man. That's
Man, that is so dope. I love that analogy. I'm going to use that.
Come on, man.
I'll tell everybody I'm pregnant, and they're going to be like, you are not pregnant. But yes, I am, in a different kind of way.
In a different kind of way. I got something in me that's on its way out. I just got to keep pushing, you know what I mean?
Facts, man. Last but not least, we live. Industry's Most Wanted. Twaun Dawn in the building.
All right.
Go ahead and let everybody know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Because we here, man. Ain't nothing been given to us. We went out here, we found it, and we looked for it, and we got it. You know what I'm saying? And there's still more to get. You feel what I'm saying? So we the industry most wanted because, hey, we going to come get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if it's there, we going to look for it. We going to find it. You know what I'm saying? So come find me, man. I got something to tell you. I got something to talk to you about, man. I got a little motivation for you. Got everything you need, man, to keep pushing, keep striving, and to stay out the way, man, because they eat too much out here, you feel what I'm saying, to distract you, get you away from what you need to be doing, man. So, hey, find me, man. I'm most wanted out here, man. Twaun Dawn, repping, man. I rep.
I love it. That was a great answer. Give me some love, man.
Man, always,
Boom.
man.
We up out of here, y'all.
I rep.
On the style. Ocean's 11, I'm